you know, it will like it if you want. I'm just saying you don't have to like feel like you have to be here for this part because I'm also about to step away to do my tea.
Okay.
But I'm gonna put the link. What's the best place for me to put the link for
What's
you?
that? What's that?
What's up? All right. All right. So we're live. Um,
Phenomenal.
what's up?
Calendar, you gotta go away.
If you're watching this during the replay, we're gonna get started in about 15 minutes. We'll put a timestamp for you all for where the show starts, but we're having to stream from a different situation. It's a lot. Mercury's been doing the most.
In her
So let
bag.
me. All right, we look good on the
Well,
screen.
well, I love that for us.
I mean, we're gonna look good regardless, but you know.
Amen. Hallelujah.
We look good on the screen. So
Lord willing.
video clarity is pristine. Okay.
Hey.
All right. So let me get the monitor up
All right, I got the link. Perfect.
and then let's come over here to this world. So this is actually where I need to have things up at.
That's from touching me.
All right. And there's no description, but we'll add that later. Come on, things. Oh, I don't have my watch on.
Oh,
My routine is all thrown off. That's one of the
uh-oh.
things that I really have to crash out about because
It breathe, breathe, 2, 3, 4. Some taps, some taps.
I've been having these mini crash outs just in my body at
Oh,
random times because I never know. I just open a drawer and I'm like,
I don't mean like maliciously,
like it just,
like
it's a thing.
oh
All
my
right.
goodness.
So here we go. It pulled up immediately in my algorithm.
Love
Beautiful,
it.
beautiful. Live chat is also up on the monitor. So that
Good
can be monitored.
morning.
Great. Hey, y'all, we're getting started in a moment. We'll get started at 11. I got Mr. Magic on in the background. I don't know if you can hear
Oh
it.
wow, I cannot. I haven't heard that song in forever.
Really, it's a part of my
Mm.
daily morning routine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Dun-it, 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 dun-it,
Yeah, it's a part of
dun-it.
my daily morning routine.
Oh, that's
So I listen to
beautiful.
it every single day.
Look out.
Yeah,
I love
it's pretty
that.
cool. All right, let me get my tea. I'll be back.
All right. And did you want to change your name or you were good with your pronouns? I'm reading your lips, but I saw you say no, I'm gonna change. It's okay. You're good. You're good. No
No,
need.
I'm gonna change it. I'm trying to do the things I have to do out here, and then everything
Hmm.
else I'm gonna do once I sit down.
Hmm.
Um, Okay. You're able to type in the chat, right? Are you also able to pin things in the chat?
Hold on. Let me get the chat up. Like it's just us on there.
Your mama's here.
Hey man. Okay, that's what I need to do. That's not gonna work.
All right. Back. Back
Welcome
like
back.
I never left.
Hey.
Okay. All right. I think I have everything. I'm not going to even say that. I'm not going to even say that because I know
I'm
that's
like,
not true.
now why?
I was about to
Don't
say, I think I have everything set, but it's not a true statement. So I'm going to
I
just
was
let it
like,
not be true.
do not
But I
challenge.
have a lot of things in place. Oh, wait, hold on. Mm, 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 mm. All right, so let me move all of these things.
Couldn't see yours. I wasn't in it. That's why the dumb.
What happened?
I couldn't. I was looking in here for the live chat, but
Oh, it's in
not
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah. I know
there's that.
everything is a little different
I'm like,
today.
oh, wrong spot or double post.
No worries.
All
Because it's
right.
coming from you. So,
Well, it popped up as you for some reason. I think this may be the one I was logged in under. I don't know. Because there was something I was logged into your Zoom.
yeah,
And so it must be this. I thought I had gotten it
gotcha.
out, but I think that was out of the laptop, but not out of my iPad.
Goodness gracious.
Ciao.
My husband was like, "You ain't kicking me out of here. What you think you finna do?"
They're like, I'm still here.
Exactly. Wow. Okay, paste and go. All right. I'm proud of myself that we've gotten this all figured out. Ma'am, I need you to drive safely, ma'am. Don't be in here typing if you
Oh,
driving.
yes, it did.
Now you got to get to where you're going in one piece now.
Please and thank you. Safety first. Be responsible.
Click it a ticket or whatever is happening out here.
Well, didn't that law just go into effect where
I have no idea.
it's like a one touch phone law or something, like you're only able to touch your phone once to
How
answer
the
it.
hell they gonna know if you touching your phone
Well,
once,
because
y'all?
if you're holding it and like scrolling or looking down
Like
and
at a
doing stuff, it
red
gets
light?
pulled over. Like if you're driving down the road and a cop sees you and you're like obviously doing something else, then they can pull you over for it. So it's supposedly a one touch or no touch, some kind of new something about the hands free life that
That's
we're supposed to be living.
interesting. This is in Louisiana. Where's this at?
I know it definitely went into effect in Louisiana, but I think there's some other states too that were doing
Interesting. No, I haven't gotten into the driving laws.
it.
I've been down the education and rights rabbit holes,
Yeah, I wasn't specifically
like
looking
civil
for
rights.
driving laws, but I
It
just saw
just came across my
new laws
algorithm
being
ain't.
enacted.
My algorithm
Laws
say we not worrying about none of
all
that.
all over the place.
The children, that's all that I get served, it seems like. So no, I hadn't had a chance to even see anything else that's happening in any other area.
Yes,
Whoo, it's a
indeed.
lot. It's a
It's a
lot.
lot
It's a
going on
lot.
in a lot of places.
Okay, all right. Let's see. So, I haven't sent out a message to say nothing about nothing.
That's
So,
what I've been
did you
doing
send them
since I
in
have the
WhatsApp and things? Can you also send it in the Patreon?
yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. Ooh, sheesh. Okay, what am I? Okay, I do have to send this one. All right, where's the link at? And WhatsApp, because I just sent it to Kalanda. There it is. Link. Got it. All right. I usually have a nice message all typed up and stuff. Come hang out. We crashing out.
That's about what I said.
That's the message. What you said?
So that's about what I said.
We crashing out. That's it. That's all I got for y'all.
Accurate.
Because I'm trying to keep it together, God. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I really am. Okay, that's in here. Oh, I could have got this out of here too. I be doing stuff the hard way. That's also in this. I don't know why it sent you the the pictures like that. Like
Oh,
usually
as
sent it like a
PNGs or
link.
something.
It was
Yeah,
so
it
weird.
worked though. I was still.
It was super weird.
All right.
All right. Bianca would be having a fit right now if this was her show that she was producing. When I tell you something she about to do is press that button on on the minute.
On the minute, we are here. I mean, well, we pressed the button early. We
We
were, we
sure
were,
did. You're right.
we were well ahead. Well
We've
ahead.
been here for a
You
while
know, I'm
with the behind the
saying.
scenes.
Look,
Y'all just
see,
late. That's what it
y'all is
is.
on the exclusive. You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So I think I sent out, or I said I was gonna put it on the Facebook. So give me one more moment and then we
No
gonna go ahead and
problem.
get this show on the road. Because I do have to do something afterwards today. So Discover Your Destiny is starting.
Yay!
So I have an orientation that I have to do today.
Look out.
And I have IMLC going right now.
Booked
So
and
then that's
busy.
after Discover Your Destiny.
I
I've got
love
a
that.
full day of talking. Hey
Bless your heart.
girl! Bianca's here. She heard me talking about her. Let's record it. You know, I believe in receipts. Yeah, I said your name. I sure did. All right.
Yes,
So this is the
indeed.
disclaimer before we get into the show that there's the disclaimer, okay? We might crash out at any moment. Okay, so just be ready and prepared, buckle up, because we never know when the crash out is going to happen. All right, because it's been a lot that's going on. So I'm gonna press record on my end because now I'm paranoid about things. So record has been pressed on my end. We are officially about to start the show. Wait, I gotta change my name. So give me a moment on that. Does this show my, it does. It shows my pronouns.
Yes.
Okay. I don't really remember how to remove that right now, but it's okay if you all know that I'm she, her, hers, just in case you were wondering.
There you go.
Welcome. All right. So, where are my screens? Kalanda, do you remember that? Was that you that used to say that? Maybe that wasn't you. I was about to say somebody that I'm friends with used to walk around singing, "Where are my keys?" Was that you?
No,
No?
ma'am.
Oh.
Uh,
Well, that was the remix just now. Where
where am
are
I?
my screens?
That is not me. That sounds like that requires actual vocal talent. So
Oh,
that would not be me.
yes,
That actually sounded
indeed.
really good.
Girl, you be singing, girl. Ain't nothing wrong
Not,
with
I
that,
didn't say I
girl.
don't sing. It just don't sound good. That's the
Oh
difference.
Lord. Oh
Why
Lord.
am I? I'm in like a
That-
tunnel. It was weird.
What you say? Why you in the tunnel?
It was like it looked like the screen like pulled back, but I didn't move, and then so
It's
that's
weird
how
stuff happening. So that's the other thing,
it
guys. I've been sitting here looking for this button for like 17 minutes, okay? Because why are things weird? So we're on Zoom today
was.
because Riverside. I was gonna do our nifty countdown and all that, and nothing is working right now. And I'm just like so over it. I don't know how to find it without sharing my entire everything. I don't
Let's
know
all
why it's
count the
being this
tabs that
way.
Kim has open when she shares
I don't,
her
it's not even
screen.
tabs. It's not even tabs that are open. I have one internet window open
Look
and
at
it's
you.
not finding it. Now I want to be there. You bastard.
You had to tell on it, and you shamed it into cooperation.
Sheesh. All right. Here we go. Let's get started. We might as well take advantage of those times. Oh wait, then I gotta stop. Okay. Boom.
She's like, and I'm back.
We Okay, I'm really having to like produce and things. Okay. So listen, hey, y'all, what's up? Hey, so you don't put syrup on your grilled cheese. We up in this piece. What up? Nice to see you, all the things. I don't know where my screens are right now. So we just gonna start the show out, letting y'all know that we crashing out, okay? And the crash outs might come at any moment because there's a lot of things that's going on. First of all, y'all see we not at down by the riverside no more. Okay. We
down
we over
by the
here.
riverside.
Child, let me tell you something about how Riverside did me. Did you saw you was in the podcast
I
yesterday?
saw the
The
cursor.
front, bruh, bruh.
Well,
I
really, I
recorded
would have seen it without you saying it, but I didn't see it.
somebody at some point was gonna be like, "Is it a cursor that's been on the screen for the past hour and a
That
half?" Y'all, let me tell y'all real quick all the stuff I had to go through to be able to record. This is what made me lose faith in Riverside. Okay. And remember, I told y'all, I said, I'm not going to pay for it. I want to see how it works free because I'm not about to pay for something that ain't really working how I need it to work. Right. So I've been out here on the free version all this time. All right. So this is my free experience. Okay. So now also before I get into that, Mercury is in retrograde. And I don't know how it's been operating in y'all life, but in my life, it's been kicking ass and taking names. Bad. Okay. So I'm already giving that grace. All right. So now it's time for me to record the Frolicking Truth on Wednesday. I set everything up like I always set everything up. I go in there, I finish. I had a meeting right before it. I slid out my meeting right on into the thing. Oh, we doing good
Right.
today. Press the button and it was like, can't read it. Nope. Buffer. What you talking about? Girl, we ain't doing that today. Right? So then I tried to make another one. That wasn't working. Okay. Nothing was working. So then I had to go live in YouTube, which I'm not used to doing, right? So now I don't have all my bells and whistles and all the things. And I was just like, I'm going to just go straight from here. Then, okay, did it, had a great time. Wonderful episode. It was really good. Very informative, if I must say
Very
so
nice.
myself.
Did a good
So
work.
thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. You're
So I said I'm gonna just do everything in post, because I'm recording live with the studio audience, if you will. But I don't post it until after I do
Right.
some light editing. All right. So I go to
Right.
press the button to download it. It won't download. It's grayed out. What you mean? Why is this grayed out? Now I got to go to Chat GPT. Hey, why is this grayed out? Because what is happening right now? They don't know. Well, just click the do. Then they're like, do this website to download it, like put the link in. So I try to do that. I try to go to Riverside because that's one of the features that they have is that if you put a YouTube link into Riverside, it'll pull up the
Mm-hmm.
video and boom, bada bing, bada boom. Didn't
Ta-da!
work. Didn't work. Okay.
Oh
So I'm
no.
doing all of this until like midnight. All right. So I have recorded at like 11 midnight. I'm still trying to figure this out. So I said, okay, Kim, this is what you're going to have to do, sis. You're going to have to go in Zoom, share your screen, then record that, then download that, then put that in something else to edit so that you could get the podcast up by Saturday morning. Y'all see the timestamps on the things. And that's what I was that was because that was when I was
That was
doing the
real
recording.
time.
Oh, Jesus. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. All right.
He brought you
So
through
said
it.
all that
He
to
brought you
say,
through it.
girl, never would have
There you
made it. Woo, Lord, never could have made it. I don't know if you heard, you probably don't be in church things. Did you hear about the Maverick City guy who, he said he can't relate to never would have made it
Oh,
because his parents are doctors, and he was
yeah.
like, I don't know nothing
I
about
don't
that
know about.
struggle,
I don't know that
Jesus, that
struggle.
y'all
I
talking
don't know
about.
that. Must be nice. Must be
I don't
nice.
know nothing about that struggle, Jesus,
They
y'all
come
talking
in
about.
hard for gospel music. Was he the same guy who was like?
Yes.
Okay,
He had
I
to
was gonna
water
say. I
it
was gonna
down.
say.
He had to make it more white. That's what I'm gonna talk about on the Frolic of Truth this week
Okay.
is white church versus black church, because I done been in both and they both are gangs.
It,
Okay? All right.
Gangs and cults.
Okay. Exactly. So anyway, y'all, welcome to So You Don't Put Syrup on Your Grilled Cheese. We're two real life cousins, and we're here to talk about the things that we thought were normal in our lives. It was actually the world's recipe of dysfunction. So we're on a mission to unpack it all, share our stories, help y'all find your voice when it comes to healing and mental health. And we're inviting y'all along for the journey. You know, a journey of self-discovery, a whole lot of laughter, a little bit of healing, and today a whole lot of crashing out. A
Hey
whole
now.
lot.
Hey
Okay.
now.
So my name is Kim Berlin, Thailand, House of O'Neill Jackson and Adams, empathetic energizer, intuitive, inspirational innovator, seer of souls who are hurting, healer of hearts, voice to the voiceless.
There's a whole thing about this now too, depending
What?
on what finger you use. So like
Oh,
the
because I was like, I didn't get any air horns or anything because I wasn't on the screen
oh,
because I was
well, you
reading
were
my script and I was like,
I was I
silence, what's
was I
happening?
was clocking it for you. But
I don't feel natural when I try to clock. It
so
feels, I'm still here. I'm still here with
it's like,
snaps.
you know,
And the clock, it just feels, it's just not natural for me.
so there's two versions, and this is
Okay,
where
teach
the
me.
drama is right now. So
Oh,
the original in the Liga
uh-huh.
Biga Tigga community was this.
Who
And
is you saying? What is that?
the Liga Biga Tigga,
What that
LGBTQ
mean?
plus.
Is this something you all say?
Who said that? It probably, you know where it probably came from in my brain is the read. Actually, if I reach back in my bag of how long that's been happening, it's probably from the read. I lost
Sorry, I had muted myself because I'm over here like, what are you saying? Nigga,
you.
bigger, tigger. Okay. All right.
Okay,
So it started in the
so
LGBTQ community, is what I hear you
correct.
saying.
Yes,
Okay, go
and this
ahead.
was like silent applause. So in the
Okay.
ball scene, like if somebody did something real fancy, cunty, all the things, then this was the way to applaud them, right? Well,
Okay.
then it kind of adopted, the black girls got in it and was like, oh yeah, we like that, clock it, da 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 da. So then instead of applause, then they were doing the regular like this, and then it was more like clock it, like clock the T. Like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing, sis.
But
Like you
so
did your
wait,
big
because
work.
I got a question though. I got a question though, because tea, I thought that tea was like gossip. You know, it's like
Hmm.
spill the tea, tell, the girl I got some tea. I
Hmm.
don't understand the clocking of the tea because tea, if that's gossip, but we doing good, like in our ball performance, for instance,
Well,
or
two
whatever
separate
is
things.
happening. Oh shit. So, but what does clock and tea mean?
Like I caught what you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Like, oh, okay, sis, I
In
see you.
good ways?
Usually, yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
all right,
Like it's just
okay.
agreement. Like, oh
So
yeah,
no
you did that.
shade.
No shade. No shade.
I sound like such an auntie right now, and I'm so serious because
and,
these are the questions I've been having.
and feel free to let me know if I've missed any nuance, because I know there is nuance. Please believe, because they are upset. People are upset because it's
Okay,
like
okay. So
you
tell
can't
me, tell
tell me
me. Okay, tell me the. So I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. So tell me what else. Why are they upset? What's happening with the girls?
because there's been like
The appropriation.
the appropriation of it all, of like that's not even what this was. Like, first off, it's this and it doesn't mean that. Like, if you watch Paris after, or Paris is burning, um if you're in the ball scene, like, and then people just came and took it and made it their own, like made it something else. So then people are like, well, you can't get mad when it's not, we're not doing the same thing, it's different. But then it's like, everybody relax. Like,
So wait, but I got a
we can
question
have
because I
both.
think we skipped over this part. How do we get from here clock the T to now applause?
So
So
applause,
it's
applause
either.
first, applause
Uh-huh.
first. This was the
Uh-huh.
original. But I think
Okay.
when we
This
black
is
women,
the
I don't know,
appropriation.
then this is the appropriation. This is how it
Oh.
changed. This is the modification. Because I don't think they realized that it was actually the middle finger. And so then they just started doing this.
Correct. Because
And
I
that was
was
it.
asking, and maybe it's because I was seeing both. Because I was like, which
You were.
finger is it? I
Yeah, you
don't
were
know.
definitely seeing
Oh
both.
my God. Okay, so because I don't want to appropriate. and I want to
But I
make
mean, I think it
sure.
depends on what you're saying. Like if you're,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like if you're like, oh yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down, I got you, like then this is
Then
appropriate
I'm
because that's what that
clocking
means.
T.
But if you're
But
like
then
applause, like good job,
then
good
it's
work, nice,
here.
then it's there. But I feel like it's not
Oh,
like somebody gonna stop you in the street and be like,
I don't know. I don't want to
wrong
be on
finger,
Beyonce's internet out here clocking
child.
T incorrectly. Man, well, I appreciate you for taking that moment to break it down. Y'all have to let us know in the comments if we got anything wrong.
Anything
I got
wrong,
questions. Auntie
please.
got questions. And you know what's good? Because I'm meeting with two somebody in their 30s and then
Uh
somebody in
huh.
their 20s today.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
gonna have to ask them. And you know what I wonder? I wonder if it's a generational situation. Is it a generational split with
Hmm.
the
That would be interesting. Now that part I don't know because Paris is Burning came out
I
in.
don't
I
know
see.
this
I did it again.
movie.
Oh, it's like this movie about like the ball scene in New York back
Oh,
in maybe like the early to mid '80s. Might have even been late '80s,
really?
somewhere in the '80s. But
Okay.
it's a really good documentary about like the ball
The
scene,
ball
living
scene.
life as trans Americans, especially
Oh,
black
I
and
got to
brown
watch
trans.
it.
Yeah,
Where can I
it's
see it?
I know HBO was streaming it for a long time, but
Paris
I
is
imagine
Burning?
Paris is Burning. Yeah. And
Okay, let me
then
look
there's
it
like a
up.
follow up because there was like I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but there was something that happened to one of the main stars, and then there's like a documentary currently for that.
About
So
that. So I got a
uh-huh.
whole rabbit hole I can go down,
Yeah,
is
you
what
could
I
go
hear
down
you
a full
saying.
rabbit hole.
Okay, so this
But
this
yeah.
came out in 1990 and it's on Prime Video.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. All right. So Paris is Burning, and then I need to look for the documentary that
There's a
talks about what
documentary.
happened with the person, whatever, whoever, what something happens to.
Yes. I'm gonna have to get the name of
Okay.
that one. I don't remember the name of it, but I'll find
Okay.
it for you.
Wow. So this is really interesting because this is an area that I've been trying to increase my knowledge and level of understanding with. So
Hmm.
I had made a conscious effort in my decolonization journey. Wait,
Hmm.
Kalanda, you never introduced yourself.
Hey y'all, I'm Kalanda. First of her name of House Jackson. I completely forgot all my things. Uh, Kalanda House Jackson, first of her name. Assistant of entrepreneurs, beacon of dancer, creator of content, dancer of dreams, excellence, enchantress, and a NOLA native. Don't forget that.
Why do you have that memorized, first of all? Why? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Why do you have that memorized?
No,
Wait, I think the sound is spiking. Okay, wait. Okay. What you say?
I say it every time. So,
Why do you still have it in your brain? Why you haven't
because
memorized?
it's the same. It don't change.
My my brain is not, if I had to say mine by heart, I've got nothing.
No,
No, that is not
interesting.
something that my brain is holding on to at all
Mm,
because it's written down. So why do I have to memorize this? I can literally read it.
mm-mm. It's in my head. Like, wait, that wasn't it. Hold on. Here we go. There it is. Got it.
And
Blah.
you went and found it. That's what was so impressive.
The brain does weird things, child. The brain does weird things.
Oh my God.
I don't know what to
That was
say.
wild. Okay. So I wanted you to introduce yourself because we just got to talking and this is what this is gonna be like it's a whole lot of chaos. So again, strap in.
Here we are.
So I had made it a point to understand more about the LGBTQ plus community when
Uh-huh.
I started my decolonization and deprogramming from the
Mm-hmm.
church
Right.
because it was one of the questions that I always had a question about because I was like, so I don't understand. Okay, if you all are saying that that this is bad, Okay, but
Uh-huh.
also these people are all up here in the church,
In
and
the
you're
church, front
letting
and
them
center.
like lead and all of that. And like when somebody else, for
Lead,
instance, like when a
teach.
woman gets pregnant, then y'all sit her down, but you not, if you saying that this is bad, so I don't understand that. And then also, didn't God say that he made people perfectly and in his image? So
In his
like
image, and he don't
what
make no
happened
mistakes.
but also, but you keep talking about this sin, but then you was sleeping with so and so, and you got illegitimate kids in here. You cheating on your wife, and you beating your wife, and you lying, and you stealing. And why you don't never be preaching about that? I'm curious. I don't understand. So that was one of the questions I had like over and over and over again. And one day I
Mm-hmm.
had asked myself, why does it matter to me? Like, why does
Right,
it matter to me who you
right.
are attracted to and who you choose to have sexual relationships with? Like, why
Right.
does that, how does
It
that
don't.
impact me? And
Not at
I was
all.
like, it does
Mm.
not have anything to do with me. So can I just like love the person for who they are? Maybe. And I tried it out and I was like, I like that I don't have to come into spaces and judge people and damn them to hell with gasoline draws on for I don't, this
For
doesn't
something
feel
that ain't
good to
my
me.
business. Yeah. It's
That's not
nobody.
my business, but also they were born like this. So what are you saying that God made them a mistake? I don't understand.
No mistakes.
And so I just like gave it up. So anyway, so then
That's
I
very
said,
freeing, I imagine.
it was extremely free. It really was. It really was because that programming was deeper than a mother. Um, but then so I made it like intentional decisions to like learn more and hear people's lived experiences because I just was completely ignorant to everything and had only received such limited information about
Hmm.
people who are a part of this community, right? So then when everything started happening with the evangelicals and the trans movement and trans athletes and all of that, and like as passionate as people were about it, then I started seeing how the algorithm and propaganda was really geared towards this very small population of people. And so it really made me want to dig in deeper to understand that experience and like go and seek out creators who
Hmm.
are trans and people who are talking about what their experiences are like. So it's like I made a really intentional effort to invite that understanding into my world. So
That's
thank you
awesome.
for this deposit because this is
Yeah.
something that I have been wanting to know more about and hear the perspective of people that belong in that community and that are a part of that and
Hmm.
how I can honor their humanity in the work
Yeah.
that I do. So, yeah, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Also, totally realized that this is polar. Girl, somebody had came up in where I was at the other day, the Frolic and Truth Live,
Uh-huh.
and they were like, oh, I'm new here, some, right? So we welcome them because that's what we do in the community. Like, hey, what's up, whatever,
Right.
whatever. And then they were like, oh, if you want me to interview you, let me know. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I'll let you know. So I go over to the page and I was like, absolutely not.
Absolutely
I don't
not.
want to be on your
Oh,
side of the internet at all, in no way, shape, or form.
oh wow.
At all. At
Like, how
all.
did I even get here? How did you find
How
me?
did you find me?
Wow.
Go back to where you
From
came
whence
from
you
because
came.
I don't want to be on
Stop.
that side of the internet at all. At all. At all,
What?
like not even a little bit. So I said that to say this is something that I know you might come up in here, whoever you are,
Mm.
and be feeling some type of way. Go ahead and keep it pushing because we believe in blocked and be blessed around here,
Amen.
and we honoring people around here. So if you got an issue and you deep in something that allows you to dehumanize people, you can roll out.
Kick rocks with
I,
no socks.
you heard me? Okay, that's it.
That's it. Well, now that we've started the show, just want to let you know there's a couple things you can expect.
I
before
gave
we
y'all the hood version.
before we
Okay.
go any further, okay?
Rhonda giving you the PR version.
What you can expect from us. Some transparency. We're gonna tell you like it is. We're gonna tell you like it's how we experienced it. Okay. Now, we're not experts in everything. We are experts in a good bit of things, though. And the things we aren't experts in, we're really good at connecting you to the people that are. So you don't ever have to feel lost. The other thing you should know is we are a hoot and we curse. So I'm going to restate that and say we are fucking funny. So, if you need to put in some earbuds or do some things to keep the language away from the kids, feel free to do that. We might be about 27 minutes too late for that warning, but I don't remember if we cursed or not. So what we can expect from you is your willingness to participate in this journey with us. Interaction, ask questions, talk to each other in the chat, like, comment, subscribe, share one more time. And then above all too, watch. Come through, see what else we've put up independently, collectively. There's a lot of content here in the Minding My Black Ass Business space, as well as the playlist for So You Don't Put Syrup on Your Grilled Cheese. So feel free to come hang out with us. Because there is a lot of content and we show up in a lot of different places, if you see us out in these internet streets, there are certain ways that you can actually show love and let us know that you came from this universe. And we have emojis that just kind of describe who we are and let us know that you saw us. So if you see me out there somewhere, my favorite animal, or not animal, but my favorite message from the universe, if you will, is a ladybug. As I was making my transition from the States to living abroad, which will be a year at the end of this month, which is crazy. Crazy talk. I was seeing ladybugs everywhere, and they are a messenger that really just says you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, there's prosperity, there's good luck. And they would show up in wonderful places to let me know that I was making the right decision. The other emoji for me is the blue heart. Cobalt blue is my favorite color. It's just warm and rich and homey and just feels good. And on this side of life, I have really decided that I want to love out loud, be loved out loud, and not having to try to figure out what people's intentions are, because that just makes my brain hurt. So let's not. So if you see me, ladybugs, blue hearts. Kim, what are your emojis? Tell the people, child.
And my emojis are the sunflower and the crayon. Sunflowers are yellow. Yellow is my favorite color. They bring me joy. It reminds me of the sunshine, all the things guiding towards God and light and all of that. And sunflowers are also the symbol for invisible disabilities. And as someone who is a very, very loud and proud mental health advocate and activist and a neurodivergent person, sunflowers represent all of that for me. And then the crayon, because there was a time in my life where my life was very black and white, and I made a conscious decision to color the fuck out of my life. So insert the crayon, coloring in the lines, living out loud, joy, and all the things. Yes. Okay. So we are at 1,332
Whoop,
subscribers
whoop,
when
whoop,
I
whoop.
looked before the show, and we only need 1,645 more watch hours to be monetized. So, as Kalanda mentioned, we have all kinds of content. We want y'all to dig in, dive in. It's a lot to unpack over here in this universe. All right. The other thing is we have different segments that we have here on the show, and one of our segments is called Asking Auntie. And Asking Auntie, we're gonna let you all vote today, actually, on which Asking Auntie that you want us to talk about. But Asking Auntie is a way for you all to get some information from your aunties. Okay, now if you've been here from the beginning, you heard our whole Auntie Clock It tea ballroom discussion and all of that, right? We real aunties, okay? But
For real.
also, that comes with a lot of wisdom, right? So you might have questions about things that are happening in life. Send us your scenarios. You can be totally anonymous if you want. And that way we'll be able to give you the support that you need. All right. So if you go to tinyurl.com/askingauntie, we got you. All right, tinyurl.com/askingauntie. Also, want to put this out there that we still looking for interns, y'all. We are the people that are needing to find us are finding us. Okay.
Yes.
And that comes with increased activity in the chat. That comes with increased views. Hey, Toolshed, that comes with a lot that's going on. So we're looking for interns who are wanting to get into the behind the scenes, wanting to hone your craft, whether that be in editing, content moderation, video producing, podcasting, finding your voice, the operational side of things. Holler at us, okay? So please, 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 um, let us know if that is something that you are interested in. I'm going to put the QR code up here on the screen so that you all are able to see this. So you can
Hey.
scan it, or you can go to tinyurl.com slash so you don't put syrup on your grilled cheese, the acronym intern app. All right. tinyurl.com slash so you don't put syrup on your grilled cheese, that acronym intern app, or you can scan the QR code that is here on the screen. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. I think that's all the announcements. Let me see. Is there anything else
Church
that I'm supposed to be saying? I
announcement.
know it's so many things that have been happening in this session. Oh, if you want to be a guest here
Come
on
on.
my don't wait, what's the name of this again? So you don't put syrup on your grilled cheese. I was about to say on minding my black ass business. That's the channel, the show. If you want, let's start over. If you want to be a guest
Ooh.
on so you don't put syrup on your grilled cheese, you can do that. You can come and hang out with us. You can yap it up with us. You can talk about the things. Um, you can just email us at mindofmyblackassbusiness@gmail.com with the subject line, let me on there. All right. And that is how you can get onto the show. But you do have to have syrup on your grilled cheese. You do have to taste it. All right. And give us an honest review. Okay. Because y'all be knocking it and you ain't tried it. Okay. And so you can't knock it till you try it. And you got to give your taste buds an opportunity to be able to let that thing get on in there. Cause it is a nice little marriage of situations. Okay. And if you
Delicious.
somebody who appreciates charcuterie boards,
Mm.
this is probably your jam.
This is for you.
This is probably
Mm-hmm.
your jam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
I said so.
So those are the announcements. All right. How's your spirit feeling today? We kind of already started a little bit with crash outs, and we know that this episode is called "We Crashing Out." And again, I want to let you all know those crash outs might come at any moment, so just be prepared. But how's your spirit feeling today?
um, I'm feeling, or my spirit is feeling, me and my spirit are feeling. I would say energized, motivated, um, reflective still. Again, we said the year coming up. Um, Yeah, I'm in the middle of like a pivot of how I want to kind of put my business out and what identifying what I really want to do and like honing in on the elevator pitch that is VIN and Visionary Executive Network and just like what is it? Like what is the thing, you know? So I'm definitely doing a lot of like ruminating on that. Um, and just feeling really open. I got to hang out with um, someone I went to school with back.
Oh, you told
She's
me
out
somebody
here.
lived there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
we went out. I pretended I was grown as hell. I didn't get home till like after 1 o'clock in the morning. Like
Oh, you was
we
in them
went
streets, sis.
out there, girl. But it was great. Like we saw this Marinetta contest, and it's a Peruvian
Okay.
dance. Marinera,
Okay.
Marinera. And it's a Peruvian
Okay.
dance, and it's like meant to be flirty. The goal or the object is really that the dancers don't touch each other. So it's like the
But it's
girl
like a
is
sensual type dance.
not sensual, very like
Okay.
up and like fun and like
Okay.
fast tempo, usually with a live band. Historically, the women dance it barefoot. I don't know why. Sorry, y'all. Why
Count
y'all
me
are
out.
in a tunnel here?
I don't know. It
Um,
looks fun though. It looks
okay, as
like,
long as y'all are
yeah,
enjoying it,
it looks
be
like you're in a
careful.
rocking chair.
Which is funny because I wasn't moving. It's just my hands. So I don't know if my hands are making it do that. But anyway,
I don't know. Okay, go
enjoy the
ahead.
ride. Trigger warning. Be careful. So
Strap in. Strap
I don't
in.
know. But the women are usually barefoot and the guys are usually like dressed like the suitors because it was supposed to be like a girl, like a country girl in the farm, on the field, whatever, and then this suitor comes up on his horse and tries to woo her and tries to kiss her, and she's like flirty and coy and like, no, no, thank you so much, whatever. And so like
Interesting.
the object of it is literally like they're just kind of dancing around each other, they're waving handkerchiefs. If you weren't listening to the music, sometimes it kind of looks a little bit like a second line because a lot of Peruvian culture
Oh,
has some of the African inspiration
what?
in it too. It's really cool. And there's like a lot of little fancy footwork
I gotta look this up.
there. It's really, really cute. Now, I will say, because I want to say the contest started at 6, and I think we left around 9:30. It was like the same two songs that whole time. So
Okay.
don't know what other songs are used, but definitely in the at least in the competition world of Maranera, those were the two songs that I heard. And but I mean, they were great. It was just two songs over and over.
Okay.
But the costumes, oh my God, like they have like these really. There's like two versions. There's kind of like a simple overskirt with like a lot of embroidery on the bodice and the dress. Then there's more like a, yeah,
Like this? Okay.
beautiful. And like even the underskirt is like super decorative. They have like a lot of different colors. It's like it's gorgeous. It's really pretty. And so this version that you're looking at
Uh-huh.
is like northern. So it's
Okay.
faster. They do the a lot of the flicks and a lot of the feet work. Then there's a
Uh-huh.
Laminio one, which is a Lima version of it, where it's a lot slower. It's typically done more in like heels and like a ball gown kind of thing, and it's slower.
This
Um,
is so cute.
it's so much fun. So did that. Then we went to a Pena, which is like a it's almost like a underground, I don't know. I want to say like an underground
Underground.
club because you wouldn't know it was there. Like it literally looked like just a building. There was no sign outside. There was a dude out front. We walked up. He's like, "Two seater?" We were like, "Sí."
Not
Or two
secret
reserva.
passwords and
And
things. Not you
so
in a
it was like
Peruvian underground. See?
wild. So they do say for the opinions like that you normally don't see tourists there. Like it's normally
Right.
locals. And some of
Yes.
them are
So
like
how
very like
wait, I forgot. How did we do this? How we got to the girl, the lady
so
that you went to
the
school with?
lady that I went to school with, her
And she's been
husband
there
is a,
how long?
she's been here I think 3 years, and
Okay, and
her
her husband.
husband is a trumpet player. So he plays music, well-known trumpet player.
Kalanda, this is everything.
He's Peruvian, so he's like they know him. So he's like, yeah, so they left the
You really
States.
had access.
It was so fun. It was so fun. Like it was such a good time. Like we go and she was explaining that sometimes the piñas are like that, where it looks like a club. Like once you're inside, it looks like a cute club, stage, there's a kitchen. Oh my God, the food was so good. Um, and then they have like I found a setup. They have setups basically. So you can order a bottle of pisco
Wait, the
and
people don't know what a setup is.
oh, sorry. So a setup, right? If you go to the club instead of ordering a drink, you order a setup. So that if you normally, I used to drink Crown and Coke. I don't know necessarily if that's still my drink anymore. But anyway, which is weird because that was a huge part of my personality. So,
Evolution.
right.
Wow.
I know. Well, also because I can't get it out here. So,
Understood. Understood, but also
that's
interesting.
right.
Okay.
So, if I wanted a Crown and Coke, but I went somewhere that they had setups, they would actually give you the bottle of Crown and then the Coke, a bucket of ice, maybe some limes because I like lime in mine, and your cups. And so you make your own drinks. So it was like a setup. You can customize it, do whatever. Well, here they did it with Pisco, which is one of their liquors that they produce here. It's
Okay.
made out of grapes and wine and fermented. And we had Mosta Verde, which, okay, so this sounds gross, but I'm going to tell you what it is anyway. So when they do the whole process at the top layer, there's usually like, because it's fermented, it's sat there for a while, there's like mold, for lack of a better term. And so they
Mm,
skim that off and usually
mm,
discard it. So then it's just
mm.
the pure alcohol. I know. But the Mosta Verde because the actual, so think like blue cheese, which I also don't eat. The the mold is supposed to like add flavor and a good smell. So then they put a part of that back into the liquor. So the Mosta Verde actually has the mold in it, hence the green or verde portion of the pisco. It's not green, it's clear. But the setup was just like the bottle of pisco, and it usually has a higher alcohol content. So the bottle of pisco, two things of ginger ale, a plate of limes, a bucket of ice. So it was like a full actual setup. So we're sitting at the table. Her husband's like making everybody's drink. It was really good, like super refreshing, like really nice. Didn't If she hadn't said it to me, I wouldn't have known. It wasn't anything that I was like, what's that smell? Like, no, it was delightful actually. Um,
Delightful.
Delightful. This is a commercial for Pisco. So we did that. We ordered food. They had like a house band. Then they had this lady. Oh my gosh, she is like 89, maybe 90. The most beautiful singing voice. She got up there, sang. It was wonderful. And I guess she does a lot of her not husband, Lord, her dad's catalog as well, because he was a famous musician. It was just beautiful. It was a wonderful, wonderful night. I was so grateful that she invited me, and just being able to like again have that connection of home, and understanding though of
Yeah.
why we needed to leave. Because I was like, what brought you here? And she's like, besides the fact that he was gonna win again, she's like, I have kids. Like, I can't stay there. And I was like, I think she said like after COVID was really kind of their not their main motivation. There was other family stuff too that her husband wanted to come home too. So it was just it was beautiful. It was a lot, and it was just a lot of the understanding of where we came from. We won't see that again. Like a lot of
Yeah.
what's happening now,
It's not finna
even
get better.
even when he's out of office at any point, it's not going back to what we know for a very long time. And so it was interesting being able to have those conversations, and even understanding, like we were talking a lot about like the race, and because she said she watched our show, and when I was talking about looking for like Afro-Peruvians, and she was like,
Hmm.
yeah, anytime I see black people, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, I count, like I could tell you the other day I saw three. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm like, it was the man in the elevator, there were two ladies on the sidewalk, like, because it stands out. And she's like, excuse me, that it definitely became, because there's Creola here, or Creole people as well, like, but they're
Okay.
called Creola. I hope I'm saying that right. Somebody
Wait,
tell me if
wait,
I'm
I
not.
got questions. You giving
Yeah.
up. I got questions. I'm trying not
She's
to
like this.
interrupt, but I got questions.
She's like,
So, so let's pause here at Creola.
okay.
So, Creole, as we know it in New Orleans, well, let
Mm-hmm.
me not even say we, let me use I statements because I didn't even understand that Creole had anything to do with Haiti until
Mm-hmm.
a few years ago. Because
Mm-hmm.
in my education, Haiti was never mentioned, ever.
No, it was not. It was
So,
definitely not.
Creole, from what I understood it to be, was someone who was basically mixed, some type of mulatto type of situation that was happening, usually lighter skinned, some type of French influence, what have you. Okay.
Right.
So when you are saying Crayola or
Mm-hmm.
however
I know. It's
Crayola,
like
is it spelled the same?
CRILLO.
CRIL Creole.
Criollo?
CRILLO. So the L would be Y, like Asia.
Right,
So
Criollo.
Creole. Maybe Creole.
CRIOLLO.
Let's ask. Let's ask them.
CRIOLLO.
Oh,
Criollo.
Criollo. Criollo.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I was
So the
like,
Criollo people
mm-hmm.
are whom now? Where they come from? I love that
So
you have all of this history too, girl, because I am intrigued. Okay, go ahead.
it's such a cool time. It's like, um So I know it's just a mix of the races because what she was describing was that, and I know I'm still gonna, because I'm still trying to grasp all the understanding of it. So that the mix of races, basically, but even some of the criollos don't. I hope I'm saying that right. Don't
Yo, maybe. Okay.
particularly say that they are Afro-Peruvian. So
Okay.
I think it depends on the mix. So I don't know that there's a set
Oh,
mix that makes you Criollo. That part I would have to
okay.
investigate. Um,
This
but
word is
yeah, it
also
was
ascribed to a horse here in Colombia.
interesting. I'm like,
Okay, hold
caballo?
on. Peru.
Let me see if I can.
Y'all, I don't want this to be in Spanish right now.
It,
Okay, refers to
uh,
a term referring to people of, God damn it, hold on. Okay, referring
Spanish.
to people of European descent born in the Americas to encompass broader cultural and social aspects. Criollo can refer to music, food, or even certain characteristics of the Peruvian personality. We got to do some additional research
Some
on this.
additional research because it doesn't really
The children of Spanish
define.
nationals,
So maybe
the
like
children of
Spanish,
Spaniards
African,
born
and
in
Peruvian.
maybe, and yeah, whoever their indigenous people
Yeah.
were. Who
But
are
there's
they?
so
The
many,
Incas?
the Incas. But then
Okay.
they even said she was saying that one of her friends did like their ancestry, and that she's like she's probably a little bit lighter than you, me, and then
Uh huh.
she's like, but she always said she was black. She's like
Uh huh.
she just knew herself to be black, and when she did her ancestry, it traced a lot of her lineage back to China, to Chinese. And
Oh.
so they said in that particular area where she was that there was a lot of Chinese influence, but it just the I guess the black gene,
Yeah.
was
That came through
presented.
stronger.
Yeah. And so that a lot of people didn't know that they had more Chinese background, which is also why, again, I think I said it before, that they don't call necessarily Chinese food. They call it Peruvian food
Uh huh.
because they are Peruvian.
Uh
So
huh.
it's been very,
It's
very
very
interesting.
interesting, these migration patterns and stuff too. Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have a new rabbit hole
Hi,
to go down.
Gabby. I did. Yes, Gabby's in here. She's actually
I
who I
was
went
like,
with.
who is Gabby?
She's like, where are you looking?
Because Lucy just walked by. So I was like, they don't have a cat. Like, what
See?
is.
Yeah, so Gabby was who I went with. It was a really, really, really good time. So I say all that to say, um, yes, my spirit feels great. Like I feel excited. I want to learn more about Peru, like just being able to see that other side of it, and also see like we kept making like just different little connections, Catholic kind of cities, and like just all about New Orleans. And it was funny because she said there was actually someone else that they had met from New Orleans who played in her husband's at a couple of her husband's gigs that he was supposed to
Wow.
come. So she's like, New Orleans just thinks Lima must be the spot. And I was like, well, it is really similar, like on paper, to what it is. And I was like, there are times when I'm at restaurants and or just walking around and I can look out a window and it looks like home. Like the buildings, the foliage, like
Wow.
it looks familiar. And so it's just been really cool. So I thoroughly enjoyed that.
That is so cool. So,
Yeah.
Toolshed said, are there any Asian Indians there? Like, I'm assuming people from India is that what Asian Indian means?
Mm.
Like people from the country of India?
I'm
Tell
trying
us
to
in the chat, Toolshed, if that's what you're asking.
I know that there is, I mean, I've seen Indian food, but
Okay, yeah,
oh, there we go,
Gabrielle
Gabby.
said yes, but very small, mostly recent population. Okay,
There we
yeah,
go.
all right. Y'all take care of each other in the chat. All right, I'm just trying to let you. Okay,
Good work, chat. Good work, chat.
yes. Okay,
So yeah,
so wow.
yeah, it was phenomenal. It was just a really, really
I
good
don't
time.
I want to ask. I know you know what I want to ask.
What?
Um Are there pictures or videos of any of
So there are, and they will be coming out. Don't you worry, because I do have them. They're there. The dancing, the marinetta. Oh, and it was so cute because they had little kids doing it too in the competition,
Oh,
and they were just little fierce. And like it's supposed to be so coy and flirty that like you can lose if it's too much. So
oh.
like if you're doing too much
If you
styles,
doing the sensual, like you see me,
I know
boy,
you see me, boy.
you getting
Like
put
you
out.
get a point. You might get a
Interesting.
point deducted because they had two kids in like this one group. This little girl, she was dancing her little heart out. She had this purple dress on with pleats. It was gorgeous, but she was a little extra in the face, I guess. And so she didn't win, and I was very sad because I felt like she was a crowd favorite because she was doing the things. But
Oh,
you see as in the older groups that they are a little more reserved, but it's just like all in the eyes and a little cheeky smile, but it's not too much like I know you see me. It was very interesting. It was super cool. So yeah, there
I
will be
love
footage.
that.
Yes.
Now, what school? I'm about to be asking all Gabby's business. Now, she went to McMain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. Small world.
And y'all were there at the same time.
hmm
And y'all knew
Yep.
each other there at school in high
Like
school?
I knew of her. Yeah. I don't know that we I'm trying to remember the classes that we were in. I don't remember if we were in any classes together. Charge it to my head, not my heart. I remember my introduction, but not that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so it was really cool and it felt just easy. Like she hopped out the
Yeah.
Uber, we're like, hey,
Hey girl, what's
hey girl,
up?
how you
Fancy meeting you here in Lima, child. How you been? How your mom and them?
been? Shout out to Brienne. Nice hookup.
I love that. That
So
is so
it was really good.
awesome. I
Really,
love
really
that you're
good.
also building we have friends in common, different grades. Okay,
Yeah.
wow. I love that you're also building community there,
Yeah.
and really because something that has been a lifesaver for me in Mexico first and then in Colombia is having other people like that
Yeah.
understand, like you said, I was able to have the conversation like, so what made you leave? Because
Right.
it depends on who you're talking to. And that's one of the things too that I have consistently been talking about and trying not to crash out about is how people are processing what is actively happening in front of our faces and the way that people are choosing to exist in that
hmm
space. And it's always very jarring to me when I talk to someone who's saying things to me like, somebody had messaged me the other day and they were like, oh, my kid graduates from high school in a few years, so that's when we'll probably think about leaving. And I'm like, years? Years? You don't have years. Like, you don't have years. You barely have months at this point.
He's done this
Years?
in 7 months. He's done this in 7 months.
Years?
Can
You
you
don't.
imagine what 2 years from now or from his inauguration will look like?
Years, like, so it's always, and so I'm always trying to figure out how to gently give that information. And like, so, but I also be asking people where they get their news from, because
Mm,
depending on where you get your news from, then you may not be aware of a lot of the
right.
things that are happening, right? So earlier, before we had got started for real, and I was saying my algorithm and the things, the
hmm
worlds that I've been immersed in is really about education. And like, so I haven't
hmm
heard anything about like driving
The labor and
laws and like
statistics
any
and
like, well, I did hear about that those numbers were
oh, okay.
fudged, and but it's like
Well, not
pieces
fudge,
because
but yeah.
well, that's what he said that they
Oh, okay.
were
I
to
was like, no,
cover.
no,
Yeah,
no. Him,
but what I'm saying is I have been down this rabbit hole and very hyper focused on these things. So
yeah.
there hasn't been a lot of intake of information about the other aspects of life that are happening. What's
Mm,
happening in education is enough for me to, and was enough. That's why I left.
hmm
Was enough for me to be like, okay, let me go because
Pack
y'all
on up.
are
It's time to go. Y'all
y'all is
lost your
doing,
minds.
I don't need to be around to see all of this. Like I said, I don't know where I said this at, but I was like, I'm not the kind of person that when people talk about like zombie apocalypses and things like that, like, oh, my
Mm-hmm.
zombie apocalypse plan would be this, or my, whatever they doomsday prepping for and all that. Doomsday is here. It is
Right now.
here.
Right now.
Like, so either activate your plan or get the hell out the way. But what you cannot do is pretend that it's not happening because things are actively happening every single day. And we're not talking baby steps, we're talking ripping things to
Leaps,
shreds.
just deleting, actively deleting history and the means to support people, the means to literally support and help people and actively cover it all up in our faces. Like, I don't even know if I can call it a cover up at this point
It's
because
not, nothing is
it's
covered at
blatant.
this point.
It's completely blatant. It's just like, oh, I didn't like what she said. She showed that the job market isn't as strong as I've been saying it is, so I fired her.
But also, that's what you told that lady to say in the first place, but you thought people wasn't gonna catch on. So then, when people caught on,
You
then it's like she got to be the fall person.
You
But y'all
loved
signed
what
up
she
for this.
said. You loved what she said in June because June showed that there were jobs that were being created. But then when it turned out, hey, none of those jobs materialized, and as a matter of fact, when we do our normal adjusting, because it's built to be an estimate, that first number is never the real number since the beginning of the Labor and Statistics Board. That hey, this is a guideline so you can kind of figure out, think about what we're going to do, blah blah blah, and then the next month we're going to reassess and see, okay, where are we on this road to hitting this estimate. So it's always two revisions and then another new report and then two revisions and another new report. Like, that's how it's been since the beginning of time. The problem, well, not beginning of time, but you know what I mean. But the problem is he didn't like the fact that the numbers actually showed it's declining. We're
Hmm.
not creating new jobs. Unemployment is rising, and there's not a support for that. So instead, he's gonna now, if he puts someone in there that's loyal to him and not the information, that's a lot of what our systems are based on. Like, even
Right.
the federal bank interest rates, obviously the job market, like, it's all dependent on that, of saying like how strong is our economy and what can happen and what could very likely happen if that's what he does, is that we could be well within a recession before anyone says anything
We're
about it.
already in a recession. We're
Well,
already
I
in a
mean,
recession and depression. And you, like you said, if
when
when he puts
when it
somebody, because
heads
the pattern has already been happening. And it's not about him. It's about the people that are
the
behind
system,
him. That man is
right?
stupid and he is literally just there to be saying what the hell. I've been so this is one of the deep dives that I've been taking, is
Mm-hmm.
how billionaires have put themselves in place to be able to treat the rest of us like a simulation. And it's been a
Mm-hmm.
consistent issue since the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and all that shit back in the day. But Ronald Reagan is the one who put it in
Mm-hmm.
place modern
With the
day
trickle down.
and
Mm-hmm.
created this trickle down
That
economics,
does
pull
not trickle
yourself
down.
up by the bootstraps, like all of that kind of stuff, so that billionaires are able to be in place. So there's a movement behind these figureheads. Remember, he was also a celebrity and an actor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a movement behind these figureheads to get out there, be the cult of personality until we don't need you anymore. And then we put the next person in, because it's not about that person, it's about the system that's
No,
behind them. And the
behind them.
system that's behind them has been actively undoing shit every day. I was learning about what it was called with Roosevelt. Was it the New Deal or
Mm-hmm.
the so I was listening to a video about that the other day, of that is a lot of what created unions and the
Mm-hmm.
labor movement and like honoring people and all that kind of stuff. They have actively been undoing that since
Yeah.
Reagan.
Yeah.
So it's not if. I just wanted to say it's not a if. It's never a if. It is absolutely a when. It is happening. It is happening every day. Every day. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
She said, okay, sorry. No need to apologize. So yeah, that was I'm like, this is there are no real words when you were like, how do you gently give someone that information? Like I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I know I'm acutely aware of the fact that I don't have kids, right? So when I have these conversations, a lot of times I am talking to people with children. And so I
Mm-hmm.
know my move was different. I didn't
Right.
have to navigate finding education. What are we going to
Right.
do? What does that system
Yeah.
look like? Where do I live based on that? Like, I get it. But there are children everywhere. Like, and there are thriving
Correct.
children in all of these
Correct.
places. So that I I don't I don't want that to be the reason that people are like, oh, I can't go. My kids. Like,
My
yeah,
kid
take
got
them
to
with you.
graduate from high school. Hey, let me tell you
Take
something.
them with
Guess
you.
what I
They
do?
would.
I write curriculum. Hey, we're going to have to think about what this looks like. I've been on real like Black Panther type stuff lately because the whole reason with their organization to create the free breakfast program and to
Mhm.
create these homeschool
Like, where
cells
they're the
is
school.
because
Yeah,
we cannot trust these people with our children. I need y'all to understand. I work in education. I have
exactly.
seen this shit rolling out since I was working for the Department of Education. It is not safe for your children to be in these people's schools. It is very much dependent on the administration, which is very much dependent on the neighborhood that you live in. Do I know good principals? Yes. Are their hands tied? Hell yeah. Because come September, guess what every school got to do? They got to have some type of bullshit ass ceremony about the Constitution and about how the founding fathers were such heroes and all this kind of stuff, okay? It is not like I need us to get that. I need us to get that
Yeah.
so hard. And I need us to internalize that so hard. We do not have, I don't know why. I was listening to somebody the other day and they were talking about, oh, I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts. It's called Unhinged and Immoral. And these ladies are like in their early 30s. And they were
Uh.
talking about apparently people fighting over school supplies. And the parents are
Mm.
not wanting to buy school supplies for the kids and all this kind of stuff, right? Which is I'm not about to get on that. I'm not about to go down there. I don't want to do that crash out. I'm gonna say that one for later.
Mm.
But what they were saying was like y'all have to realize, that education is important and you should, support your kids and education, all that kind of stuff. Yes. And also I need y'all to be paying attention to what's actually being said and what's actually being done. Okay.
Mm.
There are school districts right now that are forcing the Ten Commandments on kids. They are like in our days of going to school, and I've talked about how patriotic I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But
Saying
in
the
our days of
pledge.
going to school, we were required to say the pledge, which also they don't do in other countries. I need y'all to know that
No.
every country does not, the children do not have to stand up and pledge allegiance to this flag, which is a whole fucking lie. Okay. So we start that indoctrination very, very, very
Very
early
early.
with our children. So now the indoctrination is also going to be about the Ten Commandments, whether you agree with them or not. And this is the thing I told you I'm gonna be talking about Black church versus white church and Black Jesus versus white Jesus this week on the Frolic Truth. The Jesus that they talking about is not that's not Jesus of Nazareth, born in a manger, son of
Mm-mm.
God. Like that's not the Jesus that they're talking about. I don't know
Mm-mm.
which Jesus. The God that they are serving is not the divine being who is able to be accessed in so many different ways through so many different spiritual pathways, the omnipresent, omnipotent, all knowing, all being, all seeing, all things God. That's not the God that they serving.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so when they're putting it mandatory for kids to have to learn and honor the Ten Commandments when they're actively
When
killing
they're
people,
not,
and like, come on, bruh.
every step, every step. Have you, okay, so add this to your list. You have to watch, did you watch the new South Park?
No, I don't know how to get it.
Okay. It is, what is it on? Comedy Central, maybe Hulu? I might be
Y'all
lying.
keep saying Hulu. I don't have a way to hack Hulu here because
She said
Hulu
hack
only
it.
works in the US. So I don't have a way to access Hulu. I need somebody to put it on YouTube or something. Or somebody send me a
Oh, it
password or
probably
something.
is. I bet we could find it. But yeah,
But
I
what
think.
happened?
But that was essentially what they like. They went and said the things. They're like
Like
they had
what?
Trump. Oh, I mean,
I
it
know
was
he was
very,
mad about whatever they said, but what did they say?
which is funny because I haven't watched South Park in decades. Like
Uh-huh.
I can't, and I used to watch it. I thought it was funny. It was cute, but I haven't watched it in forever. The only reason I went to watch it was because he was like, and basically fuck South Park, like
Uh-huh.
they're
Uh-huh.
ridiculous, not relevant, blah blah blah. But it was because they literally were like, they made it an episode of forcing God into school. So Jesus is actually one of the characters in the cartoon, but he's like
Okay.
in the school, and so the kid goes home and is like, "Dad, Jesus was there today." Then the
Mm.
dad was like, "What? Like you're not supposed to have to deal with Jesus in school?" Like, and so then they went and like were petitioning and saying, "Hey, that's not right," and blah blah blah. And like Trump like sues the city, and they have to pay so much money. Like all the things. And then at one point, there's like Jesus delivering the sermon, and he's like telling the people what it really is. Like it's a really well done episode for media. I mean, as well as it can be. And then of course it was a South Park part, so of course you saw a bit of Donald Trump's penis, but not in real life, but it
Mm-hmm.
was there. Um, but actually saying it in the media, and it's just the fact that something like that can be considered controversial and dangerous
Mm-hmm.
in the terms of like what the messaging is that's being allowed, as he's actively causing whole networks and programming to change, close, bow down, whatever you want to call it. It's happening, and it's been happening. And he's consistently had a war with the media, and not just
Mm-hmm.
their portrayal of him, but their discussion of what's happening behind him.
In the world. Mm-hmm.
Right. And so to see it played out there was very interesting.
Mm.
Um, it's just a really sad state, but it is stuff that has been happening. And then with even the schools, it's like it's just the hypocrisy of it all. Because okay, you're gonna force the Ten Commandments, but we're not talking about the Quran. We're not talking about other
Correct.
religious entities and religious books and doctrines.
Well,
And
they will talk about them. They will talk about them
well,
that
they
they're
talk about them in
witchcraft.
the sense, right, in the sense
Correct.
of them persecuting and killing people, as
Correct.
if
Correct.
Christians were responsible for some of the largest massacres as well.
That's how
So it's
all of
like
us got to Christianity, is
facts.
because of the movement of the conquistadors, and I forget the rest of the names of the things. I didn't pay attention in that damn class, because what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, why is this what's happening? But the whole movement to spread Christianity across the globe was fueled with violence and
Hmm.
murder and
Yeah,
genocide.
yeah.
So that is what they are programming children to do. So I had watched this. You ever seen Shiny Happy People?
Mm-mm.
So Shiny Happy, you remember the Duggars? It was this family that was on social media.
They
They
had
had
like
like
a
12
gajillion children.
kids. Yep.
The
So
brother like raped somebody. I
yep,
do remember that.
yep,
That's what
yep.
I remember
Okay.
of the Duggars.
All right. And you on track. So
Okay.
Shiny Happy People talks about that, but that family belongs to the movement. There is the trad wives and like
Uh
the
huh.
the red, like a red pill, all of them are a
Uh
part
huh.
of this, right? So basically that is the people that are people like that's affiliated with the Heritage Foundation, that have been systematically putting people into office in order to turn the
Hmm.
US into this evangelical country that is run by oligarchs and billionaires. So it's like we have to we have to start asking the questions, and then taking the time to go down the different rabbit holes. Whatever rabbit hole
Hmm.
you go down, you finna find some.
You gonna
Okay,
find
whichever one.
something.
So whether it's
Absolutely.
education, whether it's healthcare, whether it's housing, whether so I had I started an offshoot of the Frolicking Truth called Gathered,
Mm-hmm.
where I gathered conversations for the collective. And I
Mm-hmm.
had my first guest on this past week, Kareem Taylor. So she is an environmental justice attorney, advocate, activist, and she's also one of my profiles. So she brought me into Delta. So anyway, we had a conversation about the environmental aspects of everything that's been happening and the things that we have to pay attention to environmentally, the things that have already been happening and how we can insulate ourselves from the harm that is being caused. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
actively looking for people to have on who are experts in their particular area to connect these dots, because
Yeah.
I need us to understand it's not just one facet of life. Like I
Right.
know all these things about education because that's the field that I
That's what
specialize
you.
in. So
Yeah.
I can tell you everything, not everything, but I can tell you a lot of things about what
Yeah.
is happening in education, how that's going to impact. I can connect those dots. But I wasn't really able to connect the dots with environmentalism. And we started talking, the conversation started with us talking about getting our hair braided. And
Mm.
that evolved into a whole environmental conversation that I didn't even see coming, right? So it's
Wow.
like I'm doing everything I can, I know,
Yeah.
to put as many people in front of us as we possibly can to help us to
Yeah.
understand we don't have years. This is
No,
not a year's situation.
it's
This is
not.
going to escalate
Mm-hmm.
so quickly. We're not on, like I be talking about
The hockey
curves, welcome to
stick.
math
Mm-hmm.
class, right?
Mm-mm.
We're on an exponential curve right
Yeah.
now. So right now, we probably about right here where things have already started escalating. This shit's
Yeah.
about to shoot to the
Yeah.
moon, literally. Cause why are y'all
It's
going to the moon and flying people to the moon into outer space? Y'all ain't got fuck shit else to do with your money when people out here don't have houses and homes and food
and
and
you're burning
teachers have to
food
buy their
and
own school supplies. And like, what are y'all doing?
the other part too is like the distraction because yes, we don't have years. And when we're saying we, in certain cases, yes, we black brown children, but also white children. Like this
All of
is
them.
all of the kids.
We
This is
first on the
everybody.
chopping block, but
The
this your white
problem,
kids too.
correct. The educational system as it stands now is, or not even now, but as it stands, is not there for the benefit of your kids. It's to benefit the businesses. It's to benefit the corporations. It's always been. It's been to create workers. So we've been distracted. They continue to distract people with portions of the race piece. There's actual racism, obviously, but I think not think to detract or distract from the class issue. And the problem that white people are having is s- very slowly, much slower than it needs to happen, realizing that oh, they're not talking about us. We weren't included in that plan. And it's like that's what we've been saying from the beginning. This wasn't for you. Like you were not the person that they were talking to. You are in the same boat as everybody else. And as I'm a use your words when, but I feel like there's a question mark. They come around, it's gonna be too late. When they come around, it's gonna be
Is
too late.
the question mark on if they're going to come around?
Yes,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's deep. It's deep.
Mhm.
How far they will go to defend the fact that like, oh no, not us. And it's like we've literally seen this happen before. Like
Mhm.
this has
Mhm.
happened already. You know
Mhm.
what it looks like.
Mhm.
It's
But that's the thing. If they're actively erasing history, then no, we haven't seen it happen before, and we don't know what it's going to look like because we forgot because it's not even there. And that's why I really be like trying to talk to the 20 somethings because I don't know what them babies done learned in school. I've been
right.
out of classrooms since actual classrooms doing instruction myself since 2012. I've been out of actual school since 2019. It's been
Hmm.
6 years since then. So this whole group of kids who were middle school, high school,
Hmm.
like that are out in the real world, I know when I was there, they were not
Hmm.
learning the truth of what's happening in the world. When I was
Right.
there, I
Right.
know when
And
I
then
was
throw in
there.
2 years of COVID. to like really
where
destabilize what.
nothing like a whole lot of learning just didn't happen,
Yeah.
right? So and now, especially, and again, I can speak for Florida, I can speak for Pennsylvania, and I can speak for certain places that I've had the opportunity to speak with teachers because I've coached or mentored there.
Hmm.
History has actively been getting erased. Like,
Yeah.
do we understand that the textbooks are owned and created by
Created
the people who want to
that want to change
control
the story.
what?
Yes,
So when we ask questions like, didn't y'all learn this in school? No.
they might not have. They very well did not, actually. That edition had that chapter completely removed or rewritten.
In Florida, they are calling slavery what they called them unpaid
Oh,
workers,
yeah.
and that they were so happy that they had the ability to get food and shelter as they were working with the landowners.
As you're paying them in fake money. Like, you can't even go get real groceries because the plantation owners had their own money to give you. Like, what are we saying? What are we saying?
I just need us. I really need us to get it. And I know that it's difficult and I know that it's a lot to process because we're realizing that everything that we have been taught was a lie, but we don't have years to process that. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that, but we don't. We don't. So Um, yeah, it's
Yeah.
that's been a lot. And that's been the source of a lot of my crash outs. Um, because I don't watch the news per se. I
Hmm.
very much, and when I say the news, I mean like mainstream media. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I very much, if I'm watching it as to gain information about what types of lies are being told or how they're spinning things, or like to
Hmm.
do a compare and contrast from this group to that group or whatever. I more so try to watch things that give me just the facts of what happened. For
Right.
instance, like there was an executive order that was passed that criminalizes homelessness, addiction, and
Hmm.
mental health. And then I go to that, and then I am making my interpretations about what this can look like and sound like, right? And how the impacts based on what I know, how this can impact the most marginalized people, which
Right.
are Black,
Which
brown,
are, yeah.
immigrant, poor. Okay. So I've been doing a lot of that, and I'm just I know that at points I have to very actively just be like, I've been telling y'all this for 6 years, and God bless you. Like, I don't know what else to say. And remember, I told you this was maybe when we had first started the podcast, and I was like, there are going to be these different movements of people.
Hmm. Yeah.
There are those of us who saw the writing on the wall and was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to see it. I don't need to be there for it. Y'all,
Right.
I'm good, right?
I'm out.
Then
Yeah.
there were those that once the election came, it was like, oh, they really finna put him back in here. Let me get on up out of here. Then there were those that are like, oh, he started doing stuff. Okay,
Hmm.
let me get from out of here. In a minute, it's finna be too late. So now the question is, how are you insulating yourself from the harm that is going to happen? Not
Hmm.
if, when, because it's already happening. It's already
Yes.
happening to populations of people. It just hasn't arrived at your door. And it shouldn't take for it to arrive at your door for you to all of a sudden
For you to
care,
care.
because by that time it's too
Too late.
late.
Too late.
So, having said that, um, we gonna need to go ahead and grab our asking auntie. So
Hmm.
I'm putting a poll into the chat for those of you who are here watching live with us. We have four options for asking auntie. Okay, red velvet, boyfriend's wife ordered his cake, not me getting HR'd in my first 90 days. So we breaking up because you need to feel free. Love her down, but I'm low key losing myself. All right.
Mm.
So those are the 4 options. So if you will, go ahead and vote on which one resonates with you the most in the chat. And then we will, excuse me, read whichever one has the most votes. So while y'all do that, I want to just give you a quick update on my crash out about the housekeeper. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I y'all gotta go watch the Frolicking Truth, the last episode, because I was sharing about I live with OCD, the housekeeper has come, didn't come, all these things I have to do to prepare for the housekeeper to come, why I do what I do, how much obsession it happens in my mind about this, right? Which OCD stands for obsessive compulsive disorder. I live with this, okay? So anyway, so she came on Friday. Okay. And so I did went through my routine. I picked up all my things. I put my computer away, like put all the things away and all this kind of stuff. And this is the connection that I made after I have had some time to process this. She is not a housekeeper. She is a
Mm.
cleaner. And there's a
Oh.
difference because she operates like a hotel cleaner. And when I say that, as if this is not my home or the place that I am living or the place that I paid to be in. So, for instance, when she's moving shit, she's putting it where she wanted to be because she's the cleaner and she's the housekeeper for the owner, as opposed to let me come into this space. For instance, Andrea, who
Uh-huh.
I miss so
Amazing.
much, right?
Oh,
But Andrea was like, okay, if you want the air fryer on the counter in this space, then that is the place where
that's
the
where
air
it'll
fryer
be.
goes, is on the counter in this space. So let me clean it, move it, and put it the fuck back.
Mm.
This woman comes in here and moves. She takes things off the counter. And it's random. I've now had like 3 or 4 different encounters with her. There is
Mm-hmm.
no rhyme or reason. My seasonings are all like mixed up. The way that my cups are mixed up. My down to like my bath caddy with my shampoos and my bath products, like, of course, like, thank you for taking it off and cleaning it, but also there is zero attempt to put it back how it was found. Zero. And I should
Lord.
not have to lead with I live with OCD and I have things in a certain place because that helps me be able to function, for you to respect my shit.
Right.
So I'm in the
Yeah.
process of writing a feedback communication to
Right.
the owner regarding this lady,
Yeah.
because it feels very much like you're not welcome here.
Mm.
Because if I'm gonna put this where I want this to be, because this is my space, not
Mm.
like let me honor how you have
How
curated your
you have
space
it
so
set
that you
up.
can be comfortable in your space. It's like, imagine somebody coming in your house and moving all your shit, and people go through this. Like, they be talking about how they in-laws be coming to their house and they pots moved and all this kind of stuff. This not your motherfucking house. What are you
Right.
doing?
It's not
That
set
is
up
the
for
connection
you.
that I made.
Yeah.
That's the connection that I made. And I don't like it.
Mm.
I don't like it. So I am trying to process how to best go about dealing with that, because I don't want to crash out, but I also need to be very clear in my
Right.
communication that regardless of how long that I know I'm going to be here, how many months, whatever, what I do know is I'm going to be here through August.
Right.
So I need this, my home, to be the way that I have arranged it, not for you to reset it how you feel like you want it to be.
Right.
And it furthermore bothers me because I can't see all the time. So when I'm in
Mm.
the shower, for instance, I don't have on my glasses.
Right.
And
Right.
so I have my products set up. I could take a shower with my eyes closed.
Right. Here's my soap. Here's my face wash. Here's my sponge. Like, I know where my things are.
So now you moving it, because you didn't give no fucking care or concern about why I had things the way that I had. This woman, she assumes things are trash, assumes things are not trash. I'm literally sitting right here the entire time. So
I
you
was
don't
just gonna
even have the
ask if you were
respect
talking.
to say, "Hey, is this trash?" or "Do you want me to do this?" So it's got to be a reset, because what I cannot have is that type of disruption to my space. Remember, I said like my morning routine is all thrown off.
Yeah.
Shit is all over the place, and I'm still opening cabinets and finding shit that wasn't supposed to be there because that's not where the fuck.
You want to punch a
So anyway,
pillow? You might need to punch a pillow.
so thank you all for voting on the Ask an Auntie. We really appreciate you.
Thank
So
you.
I'm gonna go. We had a 50-50 split. So I'm gonna go with not me getting HR'd in
Yeah,
90 days, because that one was one that was left over too from last
from last.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and pull that up. All right. So the way that this works with Ask an Auntie is we read the scenario. Again, you can submit these at tinyurl.com/askinont. So you give us some information about your life and what that looks like and what that sounds like. And then you are presenting some type of scenario that you want us to give you information, feedback, whatever about. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. Not me getting HR'd in my first 90 days. Hey, aunties. So I'm 25, single mom to a beautiful little girl, and I just started this new job a few months ago. I'll be honest, I wasn't super excited about it, but I needed something steady to pay these bills and get some benefits. The job itself is okay, I guess, but from the jump, it's felt like people had it out for me. Like I've barely been there 90 days, and already they got me on a performance improvement plan, which
Not the
sounds
pip.
cute until you realize it's basically a warning. They're saying I'm not meeting expectations. But honestly, it feels like a hostile environment. Folks are cold. I'm constantly being watched, and my manager stays on my neck about the smallest things. The other day, I got pulled into a meeting because I was late submitting a report. First of all, I told them my daughter was sick and I had to keep her home from daycare. That's not something I can control. But instead of understanding, they hit me with, "You didn't communicate ahead of time." Like, okay, but I was literally holding a thermometer and trying to keep her from throwing up on the couch. Priorities, right? Then there was this whole situation with the team presentation I was supposed to help with. I did say I'd contribute slides, but the night before the deadline, I was exhausted from working my second job, and I figured the others would step in if they saw it wasn't done. I even told them earlier that week I had a lot going on, but nobody offered to help. But now I'm the problem? HR called me in talking about lack of accountability and difficulty working in a team. I just feel like they're not seeing the full picture. I'm juggling a lot. Being a mom, showing up to work, trying to survive, and now I feel like I'm being punished for not being perfect. And honestly, I don't even know if this is what I want to be doing. I took the job because it was there, but I don't feel passionate about it. Still, I don't want to just quit. I need the money. I just feel stuck. Every time I try to advocate for myself, it's like they twist my words. Do you think I'm being too sensitive, or is this just what the real world is like? Because it's giving burnout, it's giving gaslighting, it's giving maybe I made the wrong decision. Please help me make sense of all of this. Well, Kalonda, as someone who has been in operations and also spent a lot of time managing and developing and supporting people, I'm curious about your thoughts.
Well, this one is it's familiar in several themes. Um, because obviously, yes, as an employer, you are hiring a person. And while you want their intentions, focus, priorities to be your work, they have a life, things that are happening outside that if it's not smooth, they're going to bring it into work and could affect their performance. Um, you also are tasked with rating their performance when they are at work. So if they are late, if maybe they're meeting deadlines is inconsistent. No matter, they may be the best person ever in the best situation. If they're not able to show up in the best light for you, that's all you have to judge them on, is what are you doing when you are here? And that's not to say that you're not taking their humanity into consideration. It's just this is still a functioning business. Now, there's definitely, it's harder as a newer employee because you're 90 days in. So you don't really have the relationships necessarily built with the people for them to understand or know what you're going through and say, okay, well, maybe there's a little extra grace, whatever. Because usually in that first 90 days, that's when everybody's like,
on their best behavior.
I'm on my best behavior. The spotlight's on me. I know I need this. I got to do this. Like I'm perfect. 95 days. Whew, I made it. I got through my personal review period. I could be about 5 minutes late. The biggest piece that I see for you is not that, what was the question? Not that you're being too sensitive.
The question was, do you think I'm being too sensitive?
Yeah.
Or is this what the real is just what the real world is like?
To a degree, yes, this is what the real world is like, unfortunately, in some cases. But I think where I would say for you, you may have been able to avoid some of this is kind of what they called out, which was the communication piece. Granted, no one's asking you to email your boss while your child was throwing up on the couch. But as soon as you're able, because whatever, I don't know the parameters of this report. Like, was it something that could have been done the day before? Was it late because it was due at 12 o'clock and at 10:30 your daughter spiked a fever? Like, some of that people could say, well, if you had done it before the day before, then it wouldn't have mattered. But once you're aware that, hey, I'm not going to be able to meet this deadline, reaching out and saying, like, look, I know this is due right now. Can somebody else get on it? Or taking it upon yourself, depending on what you're doing. Hit your friend next to you, be like, dude, I'm not going to be able to get it done. Can you help me out here? Same vein with the group project of the slides. Yes, you you want to be able to say, man, I got a lot on my plate, and have somebody ask you, oh, what's going on? How can I help? But a lot of times that's not what happens. And you have to be very clear of, I did sign up to do this. I have a lot going on. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do this to the best of my ability. I may need somebody to partner with me to make sure we get this done on time. So that way, at least you bring in a partner. Because as much as you may have thought, oh, they'll do it because they see it's not done, they're thinking she must be doing it because she said she's going to do it and she hasn't said that she's not going to do it. Right. So I think definitely for you going forward, just communicating in advance when you know there's going to be issues with deadlines or responsibilities that you've taken on that you're not going to be able to hit, because then it gives people the opportunity to be able to step in and help you. But if the deadline has passed, now you've created this like emergency hair on fire situation that didn't necessarily have to be. And it is a fine line to walk. And I think at least they are walking it with grace by calling it to the front and saying, hey, these are the issues we're having. And the issues that they're having are, you're 100% in control of being able to action them. So it's not saying your daughter can't get sick. It's saying, please communicate if there are issues that are keeping you from doing these things. It would be unfair if they were just like, oh, you were late, you're fired. Or you were late, you missed the slide deck. Now they're cutting your hours. They're not giving you any feedback, and now you're not able to make money. They're showing, with at least going through this piece of, we want to retain you, we want the behavior to change, so we have to let you know what the issue is, and now the ball is in your court to decide what you do with that information.
That was a very even killed response. And I'm curious, have you ever seen anyone that I know you have, I'm sure. Um, how frequently have you seen people be able to get off a performance improvement plan
Oh,
once they're on it?
as long as it's a fair improvement plan, as long as it's a fair pip where it's like things that you are in control of, all the time. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just a matter of wanting to. But I think you
Mm-hmm.
said it, of this may not be my purpose. Maybe I did the wrong thing. Like having that
Mm-hmm.
really honest conversation with yourself of, do you want to go through this process to
Mm-hmm.
get off the PIP? And
Mm-hmm.
if the answer is no, then find that other thing. And there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with that. Like everything is not made for everybody. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to say, you know what, you're right. This isn't a fit for me. I want somewhere that is going to be more flexible when I do have these things come up. I want something that isn't dependent on me having to like
Be
hit this by the
there.
minute. My life isn't set
Mm-hmm.
up like that. It doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of going down towards. First off, I want to before I get to that, I want to say, sis, we got to take accountability for our own actions. I'm
Yeah.
not hearing it, I'm not seeing it. We've got to take accountability. You were late, you let down your team, you didn't communicate. Do better. Period. Because no matter what job that you go to, you are
You have
going to need, whether it's a
expectations.
job, whether it's your own business, it's working with other people, you have to honor and respect time. And if you cannot do that, then that means you need to choose something that is literally project based. Like I work on this when I work on this
And
and I
deliver,
get
and
it to
even
you.
that still has a
But
deadline.
even
Even
that
that.
still has a time. Even that still has communication responsibilities. Even that still has accountability. If you say you're going to do something, do what you said. Let your word mean something. And if you cannot do that, communicate in enough time that people are able to make the adjustments that they need to make to compensate. It's not always that somebody is being rigid or, they're being mean or whatever.
Micromanaging or
That's not what I'm not getting that here. What I'm
it's the
getting,
expectation.
what this is giving is lack of accountability. That's what this is giving. So the gaslighting kind of feels like it's coming from you. Okay, because you like, well, I did do this. Well, then they were well within their rights to be like, let me holler at you right quick.
Yeah.
Because especially if it's happening, it you got to be doing a lot to get on the PIP in 90 days.
Or it's a place that knows, like, we don't have time.
We don't have
Like
time to
if
play this
if
game with
we
you.
made a, if we made a mistake in selecting you for this position, I don't have time for it to be a year from now, or the
Yeah,
money, because there is a cost
that's true.
associated with it. It costs to
Mm-hmm.
hire you, train you, pay your benefits, pay taxes for you, whatever service you're providing. If you're not doing it well, the cost of the clients not coming back or doing whatever that is, like there's a cost to the company. So they can't afford to
Yeah,
let bad behavior go on for a very long time. Um, it's just
yeah.
they set the expectation, and you do have to live up to that. That part is the real world.
And you agreed to that. You said
Yeah.
that when you accepted this job that you were going to show up in these particular ways, right? So there has to be self accountability. If you
Yeah.
go into any other job, position, business, any other way of making money without self accountability, it's not going to be good. All right. So that's where
Yep.
we first need to start. The second thing is, girl, this ain't what you really want to be doing. This ain't your career path.
Right.
You ain't passionate about it. You ain't giving two shits about it. You just there for money.
You need a
So
check
that means correct. So that means that you either gonna play the game to get the check
to get the
that you
check.
said that you need, or you need to go find something you actually want to do so you can get a check and it not feel like it's an oppressive situation. This ain't
Right.
it. This ain't it. It don't sound like it.
No.
Not by what you gave. It really does sound
No.
like I'm here just cause, and
Right.
it's whatever. And side note, I know this ain't about you, sis, but I just want to say this. A lot of people be using education as this kind of pass through. Oh, I can't do
Mm.
nothing else. So I'ma just teach. Cut that shit out.
Don't do that.
Our
Don't do
kids are
that.
too valuable for you to be out here practicing and not giving a damn about children.
Right.
Okay? So whoever need to take that and put that in your pocket and live by
In your
that. All
pocket.
right?
Amen.
Okay,
And it. Okay.
Gabrielle, it has a comment. She said, I'm feeling like the reader is overwhelmed with parenthood and needs to figure out a way to gain more support outside of her work to
Hello,
succeed at work.
community.
Come on, tap into the community. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Cause I ain't never been a parent. Okay.
Right.
So
I know it
I
has.
can
I
only
mean,
imagine.
I've seen it. I've been a child. I've seen my mom do it, and it was not easy. Like it's not easy. And so I it's having managed somewhere during COVID and having people that weren't able to take their kids to daycare, places weren't open. Like, I definitely had to take the heat because I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, what am I going to tell these people to do? Like,
Right.
it's a dentist office. I can't have kids here. So it's not like I can just say, bring the baby to
Bring them
work.
to
You know
work.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's like, that doesn't make sense. This doesn't sound like that in this
Mm-hmm.
situation. Um, and also, to the point of having like it being a hostile work environment, in this case, that maybe that's the situation that is created because when there is a culture of care and purpose, when that
Mm.
feeling isn't there, it stands out
Mm.
much quicker. So if your coworkers are feeling like you're not in it for the right reason or you're not in it for
You
that,
creating a hostile work
then
environment.
it's actually that's why. It's just because there isn't an alignment here. Like this just may not be that space for you. And if you continue to put yourself in situations, not just at that job, if you just go get another job um, that you're just doing, it's going to be kind of the same thing if it's not in your heart to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not discounting parenting and the struggles of that because I mean that's a whole other thing. But that's also to say that there are lots of parents that find a way to
Mm-hmm.
make it work. And part of that may be working through their community of like, look,
Mm-hmm.
so and so, I cannot not be here
I
today.
can't
Like
hold this on my own.
I really need some help here. And even that requires communication
That's
ahead of time because you can't
correct.
just be like, hey, Kalanda, right now, can you go pick up, Susie Q from
I told you
daycare?
that's why I got fired as a guy
Yes,
parent because
yes,
somebody called me the day of and was like, "Can you watch the baby?" No.
right,
I have a life that I'm managing as well. So
yeah,
we still got to communicate, right?
yeah,
I think if we can take a life skill out of this, it really is that communication piece.
mm,
And also the advocacy piece. So coming back to what Gabrielle said, she said that we're not supporting moms enough. I
mm,
agree. I
yes,
absolutely agree. So I am curious about where your community is and what that looks like and what that sounds like. Um, is very much this is very much giving like straw light to me. Like it's very much giving. I've
okay,
got a lot of things that are happening in my personal life that I'm having trouble managing, which is coming into my work life. So we got
yeah,
to find that alignment. And that
yeah,
might be building community, finding other people,
yeah,
finding a different career path, thinking about what it looks like maybe to work from home versus having to go to an office. I also realize these are not immediate fixes. So
right,
we talked about at the beginning, the jobs are down. Right, so
yeah,
it takes kind of some creativity as well about what that might look like and sound like. So hopefully you have people that you're able to lean on. You still gonna need to communicate with those people, right? But let's activate the community.
yeah,
And then let's think about what we actually want to be doing so that we can start working towards that path as opposed to torturing yourself going to a place that you really don't want to be in the first place. Because
yeah,
as Kalanda said, that sticks out and that does impact the culture. So it comes off to you as hostile, it comes off to them as hostile. We not aligned here. So we got to get some alignment. Okay, sis.
mhm,
All right.
mhm.
All right. Thank you to the chat as well for
Yes,
contributing.
please and
Feel
thank you.
free to place additional thoughts and comments into this after we get off of here because we want to show up as community as
Yes,
well and make sure that we are um, also providing the most support that we possibly can. All right. All right. So having said
amen.
that, we got to get out of here. Tell the people where they can find you, please, ma'am.
You can find me at Kawana Bear, KAWANABEAR on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook with Kalonda, KALONDA, last name Jackson. You can also find me and Visionary Executive Networks on Instagram at Visionary E Network. You can find me online at visionaryenetwork.com and at Cash App, $Kalonda Kalonda, and also in the house when I'm not in the streets with Gabby.
Love it. So y'all can find me at kimberlynjackson.com. Most of my things are pinned there. Kimberlyn J on Instagram, as well as mindingmyblackAssBusiness.com, Minding My Black Ass Business on Instagram and all other platforms. Make sure that y'all have liked the video. Make sure that you are leaving a comment, that you have subscribed to the page, and also that you have shared this with someone. We talked about a lot of things today. Okay. You might
Yes.
also need to have your crash out moment. Feel free. Feel
Crash
free
out.
to
Crash
crash out
out.
in the comments. And also let us know if there are any other things that you'd like to crash out about that maybe we didn't yet have a chance to crash out about, because we only had so much time to be here. Okay. So please do continue interacting with us. We will be back in 2 weeks. So that will be on August 17th. We are in the chat live during these
Yes.
shows. So feel free to come and hang out with us if you missed the live. We start at 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern is when we start. And yeah, we invite y'all to be a part of the community. Please join the Patreon if you are looking for a deeper connection. We are about to start having family meetings, because we do need to be organizing and mobilizing and making sure that we are prepared for everything that is about to unleash and unfold and escalate. So it's only $5 a month. And I say that, I also know that you may not have access to $5 a month, and that's also okay. That's why we do things for free. All right. So be here at this time, be at the Frolicking Truth. Those are free spaces where you're able to get support and community. But if you are looking for deeper community, please do come into the Patreon at Minding My Black Ass Business. Anything else you want to say before we roll out of here?
Just real quick, letting everybody know, since I'm obviously here, I did survive the tsunami warning that was in Peru, which was
Oh,
very
y'all had a
exciting.
tsunami warning too?
Girl, yes, it was
Oh,
good
wow.
times. So that was fun. But I'm here and I found a brush. Yay! Little things in life.
Oh, awesome.
It's probably a beard brush, I know, gentlemen, but I'm doing the best I can, okay?
Yeah. Don't
Very,
matter. That look perfect for the side.
it's perfect. It do what it need to
I
do.
love it. And also, I'll give a quick hair update. Raina has been doing really well. This
Raina
morning,
is thriving.
I wet her and then I put some more cream on. So that's it. That's all that I have on my hair, though. I don't have any oil and I don't
Good.
have like any other products. So I'm trying to see, but we're getting to know each other.
I
We're
love
learning more about
that.
each other and giving each other an opportunity to be able to just be,
Yes.
so yeah, that's where we are with the things. All right, y'all. We gotta go. Talk to y'all later. Bye.